Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming today. I'd like to, first of all, thank you guys for being so patient with us and taking the time out of your day to come and spend the evening with us. My name is Gloria. I was one of the head judge on the evening, and I'm also been coordinating the pageant with Mr. Kofi and Mr. Kanfai. So I hope you enjoy the night, and if, like I said, if you have any questions, please do ask, and we'll be happy to ask them.
Good evening everyone, merci tout le monde d'être venu. Moi c'est Stéphane Kofi, je suis le founder de Mr. Ivory. Et vraiment, ça fait vraiment plaisir de vous voir aujourd'hui. Et c'est juste un petit recap de tout ce qu'on a fait. Vous avez le droit de poser as much questions parce qu'on est prêt pour aller 2020. Alors, pourquoi est-ce qu'on a organisé cet événement? Qu'est-ce qu'on compte faire? Quels sont nos objectifs? La caméra est là, on vous entend. Soyez prêts et posez-nous n'importe quelle question que vous voulez. Merci.
Hi everyone, my name is Yasmin Mete and I'm the former Miss Ivory Coast UK 2019. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I'll answer any questions you have tonight. Thank you. Bonsoir, je m'appelle Yasmin. Je suis Miss Côte d'Ivoire 2019 de UK. Je vais répondre à toutes vos questions. N'hésitez pas si vous avez des questions à me poser, je vais répondre à toutes les questions. Merci.
Très bien.
Hi everyone, my name is Giuseppe Cansa and I was the choreography director of this party, so you're free to ask any questions and yeah, there we go. So you can start now. Alright, first of all, thank you again for coming in our first trade conference for Mr. Miss Africa's UK. And you know, the reason why we decided to have this kind of conference because I have to show you what we have done so far. And you know, it's been a long journey since I don't know how long it's settled. Since
June 2018.
June. And finally, we got the winner of the pageant. So now we're going to explain what she did so far, and I believe that she did a lot, you know, so far. And we're going to start with that.
So, hi everyone. As you know, I'm the former Miss Ivory Coast UK. I'm going to talk firstly about my background. I was born in Ivory Coast, especially Yamoussoukro, the political capital. I'm 19 years old. I'm going to university at Southampton. Why I decided to take part in this pageant especially is because, first of all, it's the first time ever there's been Miss Ivory Coast in the UK. And when I heard it, it was like Miss Ivory Coast. I wanted to do something for my country. I wanted to take part in the community and all that. So I was like, why not? You know, it's a one-off. So I'm just gonna try. Also, I wanted to make like changes because I was born in Ivory Coast and there's things I've been seeing. I wanted to help in any way possible I could help. I decided to take part also to empower women because in our country nowadays, when women, you know, start having their families, once they get married and all that, they forget everything, like all their dreams, everything they had before they get married. They put everything on hold. So I was like, why not help them, you know, show them another way? So I went to Ivory Coast, well, I just came back from Ivory Coast, and I decided to do a project, and my project was different from what I envisioned. So this time my project was about orphans. I decided to take this specific orphans because it was different. It's something I have never seen in my life. Usually when you say orphans is children that have rejected and all that, but this is different. It's children who have lost their mothers at birth, and most of the time the dad did not want them. He couldn't take care of them and all that. So it was so I done the project in Ivory Coast, and I went to speak to the lady and how she found out about things. So there was a baby there. Her name was Mary. she was rejected by her family. They said they couldn't take care of her and all that. I saw the child and I was very upset because usually you see babies with their family members and all that, but she was lost. She was in an environment where she doesn't know anyone. She was just there. And then I asked the lady if I wanted to help in, because I'm in the UK. She said to help them, all you have to do is, send them things. So you would be part of the organization and all that. And you would make packages to help the children. Clothes, any donation, money, anything you could, because those children, they do not go to school because the orphanage does not have money to sponsor them. And it's a lady that was nice enough to, turn her own house into an orphanage. So she actually needs help, to sponsor and do that. So I was like, okay, why don't I help her into making the orphanage and all that? So that's my project. What I have achieved after the pageant, obviously, I'm gonna create my own project, which is the orphanage. Also, it helped me to see another way in life. I did not know I was going to win. I had no intention in winning. I didn't know I could win. So it was a shock for me when I won. And also, after the pageant, Giuseppe and Stefan also helped me because, 1 year ago, I would not be able to sit here and talk to you guys because I have stress. It's called stage fright? Yeah. So I've been doing loads of efforts and, working on talking in public and, yeah. My inspiration in this pageant industry is Stefan, actually, because he's made a lot of sacrifices for this to happen. And I look up to him because he's been working so hard for all of this to happen. Without him, none of this would have happened. So I really look up to him. Plans for the year, I'll continue doing my charity work. Yeah, that's my plan for the year.
Alright, so I'm really proud of you, and I was thinking I said something more about myself as well. Right, it's fine. And
oh guys,
it's fine, that's fine.
no, wait, Giuseppe is actually my manager.
No, but
He's known me since the beginning of
no, it's
this.
fine,
So, yeah, thanks to you.
Alright. Alright, thank you very much, and we are really proud of you about your hard work you're doing.
Do you guys have any questions?
Bon, moi j'ai une question.
Moi aussi.
Ok. Bon, j'ai essayé de voir tout ce que vous êtes en train de faire en Côte d'Ivoire. Moi, j'étais en Côte d'Ivoire. Il y a mon frère Stéphane qui m'avait appelé pour pouvoir participer par rapport à certaines choses. Mais je voulais savoir pourquoi votre attention s'est portée vers les orphelins. Pourquoi votre attention ne s'est pas portée vers les enfants qui sont en conflit avec la loi, qui sont dans les rues, qui causent un peu de chaos, en fait. C'est ce que je voulais savoir.
Ce cas est un peu plus délicat parce que pour pouvoir travailler avec eux, tu dois commencer par les enfants orphelins. La plupart des enfants qui sont dans la rue, qui créent tout ce chaos et autres, à la base, ce sont des enfants orphelins. Si tu peux aider les enfants orphelins, c'est que tu pourrais aider les enfants dans la rue. Donc c'est pour cela que ça a un peu changé, si vous voyez.
Ok, c'est pourquoi votre regard s'est porté vers de l'orphelinat en fait.
Ouais.
Mais à l'orphelinat, je voulais savoir pourquoi choisir cet orphelinat parce que normalement il y a plusieurs orphelinats en Côte d'Ivoire, mais pourquoi spécifiquement cet orphelinat?
Cet orphelinat-là, comme je l'ai dit, c'est une dame qui qui a créé sa maison, elle a créé sa maison en un orphelinat. Les autres orphelinats, eux, sont connus. Il y a des grands orphelinats en Côte d'Ivoire que tout le monde connaît, mais cet orphelinat, voilà, par exemple, mais cet orphelinat-là est plus caché, on ne connaît pas.
Ça n'a pas de lumière en fait.
Oh, voilà, donc
ça veut dire que nous voulons apporter un peu de lumière à la
voilà. Et puis le truc c'est qu'elle a besoin de plus de personnes. Elle a beaucoup d'enfants, mais elle ne peut pas s'en occuper de tout le monde. Elle veut pouvoir en prendre plus chez elle, mais elle n'arrive pas parce qu'il n'y a personne pour l'aider. Donc, en apportant cette lumière à la société féminine, j'espérais que plus des gens aideront. Comme ça, ça peut aller de l'avant.
Alors, en fonction des statuts, votre stratégie pour pouvoir apporter la lumière.
La stratégie elle est mise en place par nous et elle aussi. Parce que financièrement, nous on va contribuer. L'équipe de Miss et Mr. Harvard va contribuer. Et aussi, ceux aussi qui veulent aider, ils vont contribuer, ça va l'aider. Tu vois? C'est vrai qu'elle a continué, elle a commencé, c'est son objectif, mais nous on est là pour la supporter. Donc financièrement, moi je ne peux pas de l'argent. Voilà ce que financièrement c'est moi.
Mais en fait, moi la stratégie c'est pas forcément du côté financier en fait. En fait, du côté matériel, avec du côté moral et autres. Donc, je voudrais savoir un peu la stratégie de la Miss et son apport qu'elle apporte vers cet orphelinat en fait.
D'abord, la chose la plus importante à son jeune âge pour elle, pour aller à l'orphelinat, d'abord, et je vais vous dire quelque chose. Elle était en vacances en Côte d'Ivoire, elle m'appelait, elle dit Stéphane, voilà ce qui s'est passé. Tu veux que j'aille chez Arafat? Elle dit, mais génial. D'abord, elle a eu l'intelligence d'aller avant que je me dise. Donc, c'est-à-dire que c'est une fille d'abord qui a une intelligence courageuse. Donc, on doit l'encourager. De un, si elle a pris l'initiative d'aider l'orphelinat, moi je me porte garant. Et tout ce qui va se passer, c'est à moi qui dois poser la question. Comment est-ce qu'elle sur les stratégies? Où est-ce qu'on va aller? C'est moi je suis garant. Elle a juste le visage et moi je suis derrière.
Ok, là vous nous dites à nous, mais à elle qui représente la Côte d'Ivoire en ce moment, en fait, je voulais savoir d'elle-même, de son progrès, quelles sont elle-même ses ambitions au niveau des supports féminins en fait. C'est celle que dans vous allez couvrir, c'est là, je comprends bien, mais je voulais que elle apporte elle-même son appui en fait.
Mais d'abord, elle vous l'a dit, qu'est-ce qu'elle voulait faire, qu'est-ce que c'était ses objectifs. Maintenant, elle va répondre.
Mon objectif, c'est que si je peux, je vais aller chaque 3 mois pour voir, bon, si je peux, pendant que je suis en vacances, parce que je vais aller à l'université. Si je suis en vacances et je sais que je peux, je vais aller voir comment les orphelins font, s'ils vont à l'école. Au fait, je vais faire un suivi régulier. Parce que j'ai le numéro de l'orphelinat, je peux appeler à chaque moment pour savoir ce qui se passe, de quoi ils ont besoin. Donc, je suis en contact avec l'orphelinat. C'est bon?
Ça va.
Merci.
There was another question.
So on the Friday that I visited today to community rehabilitation, there was a sentence, woman we stand all together. So I would like to ask you what you mean with that and what we stand for.
We stand for ourselves. We don't let people tell us what to do. You don't have to wait for anyone to tell you what you can and can't do. We stand for ourselves in any way possible. If it's work, you have to work for yourself. As a woman, you need to have the courage to, do things by yourself. You shouldn't stand and wait for someone else to give you anything. You shouldn't rely on someone else, basically. That's what I mean. Any more questions?
Donc, en fait, si je veux savoir, c'est seulement le projet de l'orphelinat. Et quels sont les autres projets à suivre?
J'avais un autre projet.
Tu vas où je vais? Je réponds où elle est?
Non, moi je fais que, comme c'est elle qui est la conférencière en ce moment,
je suis aussi l'organisateur.
Je suppose, comme c'est elle qui est le visage en ce moment de la Côte d'Ivoire, donc je suppose que...
S'il vous plaît, guys, I'm lost.
French?
No, the reason why I speak in French, is because she represents the country that speak French. You understand? For me, it's not because we live in England that means that we need to speak English, because she represents the country where the national language is French. You understand? I'm very sorry for those people that don't understand. I really aware about that. I understand that you understand me. So I speak in English. So the reason why I speak in French is because she represents the country where they speak the national language is the French. You understand? So I'm very sorry for those people that don't understand what we say. So I think the president of the Ivory Coast, Miss Ivory Coast, he will tell you what we say in French. You understand?
I have a question. For me, for her? She's for you. She's just, you're the organizer, right? Yeah, she's just a piece. So yeah, she said what she had to say about what she has done since she's Miss and all that. I think now it's down to you. Moi, je veux parler en français. Voilà. Maintenant, je crois que c'est à vous de nous dire. Sorry si je demande déjà, parce que je ne connais pas. C'est quand la prochaine édition?
La prochaine édition, c'est en juillet 2020.
En juillet 2020. Il n'y a pas encore une date arrêtée.
La date finale, c'est parce que je suis en train de chercher soit je vais avoir une venue plus grande, soit un theater, ou soit parce que notre venue c'était très beau, mais je veux encore monter des grades. Donc soit on va chercher quelque part le plus joli, soit Central London. C'est là que je me donne un peu de temps.
Central London, il faut tenir compte aussi des Africains qui n'aiment pas trop aller du côté de la.
C'est vrai, mais je veux la qualité. Soit Central London, West London. Ouais, au moins, si on ne peut pas les faire, peut-être que ça sera la salle de l'autre là. Elle était très belle, et moi je vais monter des grades.
C'est bien.
Merci.
Just to answer the lady's question, we are open now for new contestants. So if that was what you were inquiring, we are open for new contestants. You can email us on the email provided on the platform. So just give us, if you email us with your contact details, if you have anyone who's interested, we are open applications and we'll be doing auditions very soon.
Okay.
I mean, apart from the orphanage, do you have any other project?
It was supposed to be the empowerment of women. I'm still working on that. Because, yeah, I'm still working on that.
Alright, let me cut it here. The many projects that's going to come in, but the moment you focus more about the orphans, more the women, and it's still underground.
I'm working on the women empowerment one, but it's something that is not established yet, so I can't really talk much on it, if it makes sense.
And also, when you said you went to visit that orphanage, did you manage to do some donation or you just went to inquire?
No, I went to give some donation to the children and to get knowledge on the background of the orphanage and all. So yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier that you are going to uni.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how do you plan to still do all the projects and new things that you've got planned and still manage uni? Because I know uni can be really demanding and you have to put a lot of your time into that. So how do you and the team plan on really giving your all to the projects that you are?
To answer your question, I've basically put dates. It's all about schedule. So I schedule my time and places. If I can't make it, basically I have a time and schedule where I have to fit in whether I'm available or not. If I'm not available, the project is on hold. But when I am available, I will still continue my duties.
But do you know, with putting a project on hold, especially because you're working with kids or working with a vulnerable group, they will need, they may
need your assistant at that time, if you can understand what I mean. It may not be as easy to just like say, okay, well, I'll deal with you next month. What do you mean by on hold?
On hold, as in, I still have time to, call up and inquire about them. It's just that I won't be able to be there physically.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still working with them, and I have someone, because the project is back in Ivory Coast. So I have someone else in Ivory Coast who can be there physically if I can't make it. Yeah.
Any more questions? Yeah. Do you have a plan for the future or?
Yeah.
What is it?
In the future, I want to work in the fashion industry.
In what, sir?
In the fashion industry. And also, I've told myself this, if I have money and if I make enough time for my project, I'm going to have a center where I will take children who can't work without degrees. I'll take them and work with them if possible.
Doing?
Fashion.
Fashion, so what you like it?
Yeah.
So that means you like fashion?
Yeah. I'm really invested into it.
So you study fashion as well?
Yeah.
I admire the project and really do. In terms, obviously, it's Ivory Coast and UK. How are you going to link them together? Are you going to maybe have a team down here that's going to work with the projects that you're doing and help and take it over to Ivory Coast?
First of all, for those that don't know, all we are doing is some charity that's not registered. Because twice a week I feed the homeless in Stratford. That's something I'm going to register. So that's something we're doing in the UK. We're doing something in Ivory Coast as well. So that's not a problem at all. We live here. Once we start doing here, that's the same thing that we'll be doing back home. So the chance that we start with all funds back home, there's a chance that in the future we're not promising that we'll probably do the same thing here. So first of all, I need to get my charity registered. But I'm doing it because I'm a Christian, I'm doing it for God, it's not registered yet. So I feed the homeless twice a week in Stratford.
So in terms of the awareness down here in the UK for this Ivory Coast, are you gonna is that something that's on the roadmap that you're trying to expand and etc. So these brands and charities and this work that you're doing can, develop and it can be something, a legacy.
Can I say something?
I was just going to answer, the whole point of the pageant is not just to be a beauty pageant, it's obviously to raise, the goal is to raise awareness of the Ivorian community. And one of the ways that we are going to be doing charity is obviously having the pageant show, which is another way to showcase Ivorian talent. Yasmin's charity work is just one of the projects. We do have contestants, we do have Mr. Ivory Coast as well, and Miss Ivory Coast runner up there, also running their own individual projects. That you will actually be able to see in the coming months and in the coming year. So this is just one area of the work that we're doing, and there is a lot of work that's done back behind the scenes. And currently it's basically, this is the team, me, Stefan, and Giuseppe, and we're all doing things as a unity right now. But as the team expands, we would obviously definitely have a lot more chance to expand where we have influence and where we have input. Maybe even have a team back in Ivory Coast. So it's still bear in mind this is the first year that the pageant has run, so we're very much trying to get grass and everything and plant seeds where it will reap fruit. So yeah, that's just that answers your question.
Yeah. You said that you want to raise awareness to Ivory Coast. What are you going to be doing how are you going to be doing it?
Well, here.
Yeah, so what are you going to be, how are you going to be linking it to the UK? I mean, you're in the UK and...
So, like we said, we've got the pageant which shows the Ivorian community, which is to join the Ivorian community in the UK.
Okay.
In other ways we'll be doing is obviously through the contestants project. And any way creatively that we can actually showcase this is what Ivorian people are like. I mean, I'm personally not from Ivory Coast, but I have seen the way that the community is, and just from meeting the contestants and being involved in the project, I have seen where there is potential for great influence and potential for us to interlink. But like I said, it takes time and it takes obviously having that community. It also requires the community to be supportive of what we're doing. It's not something that we can just do.
So my kind of question was who you kind of who you raising awareness to? Other people from Ivory Coast or
Yeah.
people from
So other people, if other people from the Ivory Coast as well as the African community, things that I would finish, but it's one of the things that one day is going to go into.
One thing is, you just want to spread positivity anywhere.
Yeah.
This guy's down here. He done a hell of a job. Choreographing, mentoring, everything. She's from Greece. She's done a hell of a job as well. It don't matter where you're from. Don't get me wrong, it's Mr. Africa's UK. But we just want to spread our wings and spread positivity anywhere we are. In the UK or back home, anywhere in Africa. We don't know where life can take you. So we don't, I won't stop anyone. Jerry is Italian, has been with us for a long time, he's done a good job as well. So I won't stop myself only being Ivorian. As long as you do something positive, you're in with us.
My only thing we need to remember, guys, that we are doing pageantry not because, for our background, whatever. Just remember to empower people. And then we need to know that nowadays, black community, our black community, it's very hard to get together. You should know that. So we're trying to use this platform to inspire others, not just in my country, I mean Nigeria or Angola or wherever, because nowadays the generation have changed a lot. The many people in this country don't do anything at all. You see them around, chatting here, gossiping there, whatever. In 1 year, nothing. So I believe that just with this platform, she can go far. Yeah, she can go far, maybe not this year, maybe next 5 years or whatever, because she got the right exposure. And we know we are doing, not just for her, she can be for the first runner, for Mandela, for the rest. And it takes time. It's not easy, like building a business. Business takes one hour. It takes like a year, months, whatever. It's about all research. I've been people say that, oh, why Ghanaian like you support Ivory Coast people? It doesn't matter. You know why? Because I've got big vision. Even with vision, I wouldn't say Stefan, let's do this, Stefan, let's do this. You never see pageantry do press conference, apart from the top pageants, like Miss World, Miss Universe, and those kind of pageantry.
Is that somewhere you're trying to get to? Like, as big as the type of...
It's not that to get to, I don't put myself as a competition. I'm very unique. So I try to make sure that, black people stand different.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So, to say pageantry, we try to make sure that this pageant is totally different. It can be, let me do something, she been chosen for Miss Global. I don't know if she's going because we need. She been chosen for Miss Global. You know what? Because of our project, the way we support. We don't support it. It doesn't have any sponsors. There are many people out there, they got sponsored, they don't do anything at all. How come they didn't call them to be in parliament in top pageants? They see our work. This guy maybe can spend £10, but for that £10 can become big exposure. It's not that easy to be in Miss Global. So yes or no? See me choose Miss Global. Listen, I don't want to give up because I know, I know my vision. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's not because of money. People say, oh, why did you win after the pageant? It's not about money. It's about how should I say in English? Basically, how you act as a queen or a king. Remember, you got only 1 year. In 1 year, remember, you to try to be a great inspiration for them. If, for example, someone comes, oh, I want to be part next year, it's up to her and it's up to her, even for Mandela. It's like, you to remember what's going to happen in the future, who's going to be next, or who can be someone like you. So that's what I say, especially in this country, it's very hard for black people to gather together. We got big talent. Our talent is not be like, work with someone else. I work in retail, but that's not my vision. So make sure that you to know how to reach your goal and to make plan each day. So that's why I would like to use this platform to inspire not just Ivory Coast, others. Because to be Miss Global is not something easy. The many people take years to be in that level, but if you use just one man to send emails, we may send many emails right, for invitation, right, but a black community asking day and night, Miss Ghana, Miss Nigeria, oh, I will go, Mr. No, that's like a diva. We don't put ourselves I don't like to compare myself to others. We try to like, to be unique and to work together. That's why I'm Ghanaian, but I work with someone in a different country. Do you understand? So I see a difference between white people and black people, or Asians. They support each other. Why we don't support each other? We scared about money. Conference, right? Conference, people start to come and they want you, so Jasmine, I'll give you £10, £20, £100. I want to help you. We don't sit down there and say, oh, this project is rubbish. It can be rubbish, but at least we need to try to help her, to grow. Do you guys agree? Yeah. Well, any question?
One more question. You said that you want to bring this kind of a project to bring black collectives together. Why is it called Mr. and Mrs. Ivory Coast, and why do you think? Yeah.
All right, this is called Mr. and Mrs. Ivory Coast, male and female.
No, I know that, but it's why Ivory Coast? What's the story behind it?
Because the founders Ivory.
So?
We found that myself, I'm from the Ivory Coast.
Okay.
And the reason I started this project was I went to put the Ivory Coast from the map like any other country.
Yeah.
Miss Ghana has been about for 27 years. Miss Nigeria has been about for a long time. Nothing for the Ivory Coast. That's the reason why in 2015 I thought about it.
Okay.
And from June 2018 I started working on it. Just to get the Ivory Coast up on a certain level. And from there we will look not only the Ivory Coast but inspire a lot of people. That's the reason why I work with different type of people. She's Congolese, he's Ghanaian, he's English, he's Jamaican. I don't mind, As long as you bring positivity together, you can do something great for the black people and for the Europeans. It don't really matter.
This might sound like a stupid question. Miss Ivory Coast, do you have to be Ivorian?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, you have to be Ivorian to have a background Ivory Coast.
So,
you know what I mean?
That's kind of what I was coming to. I mean, how do you? I'm not hating against the project. How do you expect other people or other people from other black communities to feel as one if they kind of celebrating it to Ivory Coast?
It's a beauty pageant. The topic is common. There's Miss Nigeria, there's Miss Ghana, there's Miss Sierra Leone, and Miss Ivory Coast.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, there's one thing at least. The contestants must be Ivorian or have a little background. If one is Ivorian, no problem. If you're half Ivorian, no problem. But at least you go have a little Ivorian in you to be able to be eligible to compete.
And I think, sorry, just answer the question. I think as well, don't just, we're in the conversation I've had this and it's not just about looking at the title of the pageant. There's many you can put a title on anything, but it's also about what the pageant represents. It's not. I don't know any pageant that I've come across where you see the panel of people involved are from any other culture. Do you know what I mean? And I think the way this pageant is going is it is different because it's inclusive of all culture, because I might bring something from my culture that's different. The pageant is the show, but putting it together, it takes a lot of skills, it takes a lot of talent that you might not find with your Ivorian brother or sister. You might find it with a Congolese, a Ghanaian, a Nigerian, a South African. You need to just know where to scope, and I think that's where the thing we want to promote is that inclusivity, because there is tension. You could be from Nigeria, you could be from Ghana, and you might look at your Nigerian brother or your Ghanaian brother less than you, whereas if through this pageant you might look at this person, actually I'm not going to look at you from where you come from, I'm going to accept you. We're all from Africa, or we're all black, for example. Not every black person is from Africa. We're all black, but you have a skill that I can use. We can put this together, we can build from this, and not necessarily looking at it as a case of, you don't come from my community, so I can't relate to you. Do you know what I mean? And it's not just that, because you don't know where this project can expand to, but the whole point of how we're starting is to be inclusive of the people around us and not just focusing solely on one area. The project, as I've spoken to, the pageant is just one area, is a beginning. There's other things that's going to branch off from the pageant that is going to be more inclusive of the community. But this was a platform that Stefan had started, and this is the angle that he's taking because this is what he knows, this is the community. But I think as he's learned on his journey is that it's not just about people in the community, like it's about everyone else, because maybe we might inspire other countries that don't have a pageant to start a pageant. And a pageant is so much more than just looking at someone that's great. That's not why we chose Jasmine. It wasn't because of looks. It was because she brought something to the table that we recognize actually this girl can go far. She's got, it was her presentation, it was just who she was as a person. And it didn't matter that she was Ivorian to me, to be honest. It was more about her personality and the kind of person that she was. That's why she became this. So yeah.
I want to add something for what she said. Basically, it's not a question, but I'm very proud of Miss Ivory and Stefan and his director because what they bring in is very something special and unique. You know, he's a Ghanaian man and he's an Ivorian. Together, they bring something new and. When Mr. Giuseppe had been contacted about joining the group of Ivory Coast, he didn't hesitate and he embraced the vision of the CEO of Miss Ivory Coast. And I very like it. I very like that the way they're working is very, very positive. So that's encouraged me to be part of that, you know, because the way they're working is very, very hard, and I can see today she's a Congolese, and I can see some English, you know, everyone around here at different parts of Africa and around the world. So I'm very, very happy for that, and I want that this image to continue. As Mr. Giuseppe said, we are black community, so as a black community we need to be one. You know, it's not because we come from Sierra Leone, you know, we don't support him. We need to support everyone. You know, I think that can be the one vision of Miss Ivory Coast as well, you know, support every community, you know. I think the director will help her to do it.
Thank you. Any more questions?
So much a question. Yasmin, congratulations on being Miss Ivory Coast. I will ask this then. Do you have any advice for future contestants? Maybe not just for next year, but beyond that?
First of all, don't look at it as if like you're in the competition. Because if you look at it as if you're in the competition, everything will go wrong. Because look at it as if you're here to meet new people. You're here to have fun, and everything should be fun, and be yourself. There's nothing that could be better than being yourself. When you're yourself, everything is easier for you. Just be yourself. And like, be passionate in what you're doing. If you know you're here to play about, don't do it, because it's not easy, you know? It's not easy. It's about your country, so you need to put in effort and all that. As much as you have fun, you need to be, you know, you need to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. Any more questions?
Any more questions?
I have one more question. I would like to ask you, Yasmin, where could I follow your project about the charity in Ivory Coast? If you have a page, a special page for that, or it's just
I don't have a special page yet, but if you want to take part, just contact the fan or just and then they'll just come with, you know, everything else.
okay, but if I would like to take part of it, there is an option for me to see with my eyes what is going on, what am I doing, what you are doing with your project, like where is the children, you know what I'm saying? Even though I cannot maybe go in Ivory Coast, can I see what you're doing?
Yeah, I have there's a video on social media, but
Can I answer that? First, when Ivory Coast, she started a charity event, we also on the Instagram page, right? Did you see it? So you saw on the Instagram page what she was doing in Ivory Coast when she went to the orphanage, You saw that, right?
No, really, I saw the picture of the outside of the orphanage, but I
You
didn't
saw the video with children?
There's a video as well.
Maybe just something we can look at, maybe starting a social media platform, because if the lady does want exposure, it's something that she doesn't have. We could start a social media platform where it could obviously be for her, not necessarily run by us, but we can also put the work that Miss Ivory Coast is doing on the page. And that way everyone can have a go and actually see what, if you are going to donate, where your donation is going and the impact is having.
The thing is, why there's not as much pictures is because there's this new law that came out. You are not supposed to take any pictures of children because they're not like at the age to consent to take the pictures. But they allowed me to take like one picture and one video. So that's why there's not as much. But if you want, there's the number of the ladies as well. Just contact him and we'll do it.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll record for that now.
I have a question. I just wanted to say, how do you like your role? What does it mean to you to be this type of person? You play and projects and everything. How does it play? How serious are you about that?
It means everything to me because ever since I was young, I've always liked to work with children. I've brought up so many of my cousins, my nephews and my niece. So being around children is something I like, and seeing children vulnerable is something I don't wish upon anyone. Because a vulnerable child, these children did not, they didn't have the time to be loved by their mom. And a mother's affection is everything. So this project really, really means everything to me. And being Miss Ivory Coast is not an easy job. I'm learning every single day not to make mistakes, to do things the right way. It's not easy, but it's something I take really seriously because I try to fit it in my schedule. Even if I'm busy, I take the time and to attend everything I'm supposed to do.
Alright, thank you very much. We're gonna have like 10 minutes break. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, thank you much guys for our second part of the conference. So now we're going to explain the second project of Jasmine, which is about empowering women empowerment.
For women empowerment, I wanted to provide tickets, clean water and education to girls in vulnerable communities in Africa. Also to support girls close to home, because when I went to Ivory Coast, I used to stay in my family house is in Abobo, and in Abobo there's loads of little girls. They don't go to school or anything. They just go to the market, sell things that are not necessary. When you ask them, oh, why are you doing this? Oh, my mom couldn't send me to school, my dad couldn't send me to school, they told me I have to do this. There's nothing more important than an educated girl. Because if a girl is educated, she's the backbone of the family, my mom would say. I also want to invest in small businesses. So if those businesses grow, we can probably help other people as well. So recruit them and work with them instead of children just staying on the street. That creates more violence and all that. I also want to use my voice to prevent death of mothers and children. So I wanted to educate women on health service, because in Africa, I feel like women take risky pregnancy, at 43. It's not healthy for you. So I wanted to, educate them on that. I also wanted to help new moms. If by helping new moms, less children are vulnerable and going to orphanage and all that. Yeah, that's my project.
So question, when do you think you're going to achieve your goals?
When?
Yeah, you think so? You go, how many months left to go? 8 months or 7 months?
Everyone, surely I should do that by the end. Surely. By the end of June. I should have everything in place, hopefully.
So, how do you plan to?
How do I plan
to? How are you planning to progress on your project?
First of all, I wanted to attend other conferences in order to get more knowledge about it, because surely people say, oh yeah, she's young and all that. I might not have as much experience in what I'm talking about, but I would first of all, I'll start attending conferences and talking to older women, and that will help me to put everything in place.
As a woman, as an African woman in the UK, how can I feel empowered by your project?
Okay, you can feel empowered by, first of all, if you can, helping in, giving, we're colleagues now, so we can work together, get ideas, see what we can add to it, what we can change, just grow it on each other, because you have more experience than I do. I'm just, So, yeah, I think hopefully. Yeah.
How will you help people, said women back home, that are taking risks? How are you supposed to help them?
First of all, with them.
First of all, we spoke about organizing workshops back home as well, which means pour les Français sensibiliser. Sensibiliser, aller dans les endroits les plus pauvres pour leur expliquer. Non, à cet âge-là, non. Utiliser comment on appelle les préservatifs, la protection. Saying that, to raise awareness, you got to make sure you go approach people. You go create workshops where you can speak to them, saying at certain age, saying things that are not healthy for you. That's things that we spoke about here.
Education.
It might sound a bit silly, but when you say that you're going to create workshops and stuff like that, for the poor patients in Ivory,
yeah.
So how do you plan to come about creating these workshops?
How do you create workshops?
Right.
For us, I'm from Ivory Coast already. I know people that are there, and I know the ground very well. I know what I need, and I know what I can do to attract people. So how do you want, should I tell you how I'm going to do it? Step to step. What do I need to buy? What do I need to get? Step to step. So first of all, I go buy the materials. What do I need to give people? If I want people to start using, protection, I go have the materials. I go be able to hire a place where, okay, you're Ivorian. You put figure a public place where people go there. I'm going to be able to hire staff where they'll be approaching people. So already the background is already there. I'm already halfway there. So I just go, okay, staff right here, be there, and the job is done.
I was going to say as well, with raising awareness to have the most impact is that you have to get to know your community as well. I mean, hopefully with more projects and more times that the contestants have to go back to do things in the Ivory community to raise awareness. It will make people more aware of who they are, and when people know you, they're more likely to kind of be interested in what you're doing and kind of get to know what you're about. So I think that's one of the approach that we're going to try, and also maybe getting some actual professional, I'm sure there are health clinics back in Ivory Coast, maybe putting our name out there and say this is what we want to do, so we have as much support from the community in order to start these things, because I don't know how it is in most African countries, but I know in my country you can't just go there and just start something while there'll be people asking questions. Some people might even criticize you and shut it down completely just because they don't understand where you're coming from. So you have to bring yourself level to the people. You have to humble yourself to the people's level and get to know the actual struggle. Because there may be reasons why, you know, women are having children a lot younger, or there may be reasons why young women are having young children and can't cope. So you have to really get to know what are the root causes and work your way back from there and integrate it somewhere. Because maybe some women don't have awareness, or maybe some people are aware, but they, I don't know, some in their head they think the more children they have, the more opportunity that they may get from their children. But if you actually educate, actually you can do another thing to be life than having children that you can't cater for, then it might open, you know.
Since we're still, since we're still talking about education, especially young girls and stuff, we said your mom's always educated, she's the backbone of the family. So I would like to know how you plan to educate these young girls, doing that education system is different over here and it's different in Ivory Coast. So how are you planning to come about that?
We spoke about sponsoring a few girls, a few kids. Don't get me wrong, we can't sponsor 1,000 kids. But for our first year, we'll sponsor a few kids that we pay for their school fee, pay for the furniture and their books, everything that they need to go to school. That's the beginning. First of all, we're really young, you know what I mean? That's our first year, so we can't do everything. So that's the first step.
Like you said, this conference is about trying to help each other.
Definitely.
Yeah, so if you agree about his project or her project, you're free to sponsor. You know? Or you're scared about money?
No, not scared. I'm just saying, listen, I just saying this. Basically, I'm saying this, yeah. I mean, there's certain places where, I mean, certain countries, they can get homeschooled and everything else, and it will be accepted for them to be homeschooled and stuff like that. I'm just wondering, is there any, like, could it be possible to be doing it in Ivory Coast as well, like people getting homeschooled?
Everything is possible.
And is that going to be accepted by the government?
We have not discussed with the government about homeschooling. So anything that we have not discussed, there's no point us coming just telling you what we're going to do. So what we spoke about was just sponsor a few kids in our first year. So what we're doing, that's the only thing that we can tell you for the time being.
I feel like all the projects are based back home. Are there any projects here for African children? For what? African children, like my age?
When it's country,
Yeah.
for the meantime, no, our goal is Ivory Coast. Yeah? So let's see what's going to happen next. So our 2 projects for the moment is about orphans and women back home.
What is the project between the Queen and the King?
Okay, the king is
I know they have
each of them is
different, but
even the personal part, if we have to go a personal project is confidential, that when you're ready, like, don't have to know what's happening.
So basically, everyone, we don't have like one project.
But for me, because they've been thrown together, I think they need to do something together.
They will do something together, but hopefully they will different vision, different goals to achieve. Remember, is that we try to help them to achieve their goals and different vision. So like her vision for women, and his vision, different vision. Understand? So we need to respect the vision as well.
So this conference is only for her?
Yeah.
What about him?
You're going to have his conference at the moment, his point is not ready.
Okay.
Until it's done. So just we are here to show you what we're doing. You know?
So what are you planning to do now?
Well, after this conference,
Yeah.
we're gonna start like a workshop.
Okay.
And plus, we're gonna have a personal service as well.
So we're gonna have the conference for the new launch of the next edition.
Which one, sorry?
For the next year's one.
We'll cast them.
We mean for a new contestant, for the winners. So
No.
Not the next year, are you asking about the next class?
Yeah. Do you have any edition or that conference was that?
We said we said we start. We are currently casting, so the process is we need contestants to apply first before we start the audition. So right now we've had some responses and we're waiting to reach a certain number of responses before we do the audition. The audition is a private event, so it won't be attended by the public. However, if you do keep up with us on our social media, you should be able to come. We will when we are ready to expose who the new contestants are, then that's where they will be exposed. But it wouldn't be like a sitting like this where you come and meet the contestants for next
It's
year.
exactly how we did for the launch of the previous one. So obviously we're gonna see them on the launch. And any questions?
More questions?
It doesn't have to be about this. If you have any general...
Anything that you want to ask me, you want to ask me,
Any
you want to ask
questions?
her. She's the head judge. You can ask her why, you know, then you can ask me to ask any questions.
Okay, I have a question.
I'm gonna say, are you happy with how you've come together as a community? All you guys together, all together. Oh, so you? I'm asking as a collective. Are you guys happy?
I'm overall.
Yeah.
From where I started, you can even see from my face. You know what I mean? From getting contestants, running them, because I was by myself. You know, it was a one-man team at first. It's a one-man with one vision. Then I need the right team around me. And this man came to me, he done a hell of a job. Then for him, she came, he came, a lot of people. But it was, I mean, I enjoy every moment. I learned a lot. I did learn a lot, to be honest. And I grew as a man. You know what I mean? And whatever I went through, it got me stronger for next year. So to be honest, I enjoy the ride. Thank you.
And you guys remember, this is the first edition, you know, and it was not that easy. We made many mistakes and we learned from that. So I believe that for the next one's going to be totally different and bigger than this one.
He's not about the top. I was appointed. How did you feel?
I was the pageant.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, you know, because at the time I was doing my A-levels, I had work, I had to go to every rehearsals. I made sure all the time I was there. It wasn't easy, you know. It requires time, patience, and self-confidence. But the ride was fine. It was good. I got to meet new people. I got to meet, because for me it wasn't like, oh yeah, I was in a competition. For me it was like, yeah, I'm with people from my country, like we're brothers and sisters, and I really enjoyed it because we all came together as one at the end of the day, and that was really nice.
I wanted to answer your question because it was a really good question. For me, it was a different experience, and I think just I've known this for a while, so he's always been like how he is today. He's always how he's been. He's always been like a driving force. Like, he's someone who when he has a vision. He's someone who when he has a vision, that's all he sees, and he will execute it to perfection as well. And I'm always like motivated by him to push. And obviously, when he told me about the pageant, and I came and met Stefan, and I've come to get to know Stefan and come to get to know his dream, I was like, it's going to require a lot of sacrifice, it's going to require a lot of work, a lot of time, but you always have to, in anything you do in life, you always have to have an end goal and be willing to do anything to reach that end goal. It's not just about, you know, I could have decided, okay, I done the first year, I was head judge, like, I got my little moment of fame and gone and done something else, but I was like, no, like, you stick through, and you stick through to the end, and you do what's necessary. So for me, it was quite a twist of events, but it's had its ups and downs, but for me, I think it's the way we came together, it was really just pieced together perfectly. So yeah.
What life skills have you developed from being in this pageant?
I've learned to, speak in public. Composure was something I couldn't do. Speak in public, that's definitely one of the biggest things I've learned, because as I said before, I would never do this on my own. Also, I got to come out of my bubble, because I'm the type of person, I'm shy. If you put me somewhere, I'll stay there. But with this, I learned to go up to people, speak up my mind.
Yeah.
So like during the thing like what gave you the confidence like to like keep going? Some people apparently dropped out. Like what made you go further? Like yeah.
From the beginning, I told myself, oh yeah, yes, and you're doing this for your country. No matter what, you will not drop out. Loads of things have happened. I could have dropped out, but the only thing I was seeing is that, oh yeah, I'm doing it for my country, and I have to push it until the end. And that's one thing that kept me staying.
My question, how do you feel to be in the top 4 and top 3 and top 2?
When I was top 4, it was more like a shock because there's people that dropped out who would have never thought they wouldn't go far. When you went to top 3, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. And then top 2, I was with Alisa, and then I was like, what the hell? The thing is, I did not realize until the next day what was actually going on. You could see the shock on my face, but I hadn't actually processed things. It's more like I was feeling grateful because I didn't think I would go this far. So I was grateful and you know.
What is the problem?
Is at home.
She's wearing that everywhere.
You can't wear it with some hairstyles. It has to match.
That's why you
I decided no more. Either the manager decided what way she went to wear it or not the way to wear it from. Most of the time she shows how you are, you know, and you can for your outfit, your look, and everything.
That's a conference, you know.
No, it's not everywhere. No worries, she will wear. The important thing is the sash, not the crown.
I'm wearing the sash.
She's a queen inside and outside. That's a symbol. Any question?
It makes you want to go up there. You say, you know what, let me audition for next year.
What is it?
Yeah. On the night, you were the only person, like you only received, when you won, you received your sash. But apart from that, you hadn't received anything. How were you feeling?
No, come again. I need a question.
Repeat please for him.
On the night, she hadn't won any titles.
Except from her sash.
Apart from when she actually won. So how was she feeling?
What do you mean? Sorry, I didn't get what
She didn't win those titles like.
No titles on the night, so
Yes.
how did she feel?
Bali? Okay.
How you?
Okay, okay.
The head judge, I think the head judge was.
Yes, yes.
No, it's how I felt.
How she felt. I can answer why. Yeah, go ahead.
The thing is, I had prepared myself at home that no matter what, it's not, everything is not about winning in this pageant history. It's not about beauty or winning. You don't always have to win everything, you know. So I put in my head, no matter what, yes, and if you don't win this pageant tonight, it's okay because you're a winner no matter what. So I felt a bit like, okay, yeah. But it wasn't a big issue for me because I was still a winner. I learned things. I'm going to grow from it. So it wasn't that much of, it didn't bother me as much.
Question for Yasmin. What was your favourite category of the pageant?
I liked traditional wear and evening wear. That was the best one.
Question. You as a judge, how was the experience? If you go to how was the experience to judge that? Even Cheryl was one of the judges. How was the experience?
It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. That was the first pageant that I've ever been to. I thank you for choosing me. I thank Stefan for choosing me as well. The night itself was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was great to see all the hard work over the previous months come together in that one night. All the categories taking place, like really tuning into what the contestants were passionate about and the way in which they carried themselves. It was wonderful.
True?
Yeah, It was great to see everyone perform to his best on stage as well, and I'm also really happy to have been chosen. It was also my first pageant to attend it. I've learned a lot from it. I gained a lot of experience and met a lot of very good new people, which I'm also very glad about. And also just being in front of people actually judging, I had to teach that myself, and I think we all did a very good job of that. And also just seeing all the work that's been put into it, like she said, and how it came together was very satisfying and cheered me also very much up. And yeah, I would like to do it again anytime.
So now we are at the conclusion of the conference. It is our first conference of the pageant. So we're going to have the conference of the king. I don't know exactly, but I'm going to let you know. And thank you much, guys. But before leaving, I would like to give a gift for our queen. So if our model Jerry can bring a gift. So
they're coming here. That would be great. So
That was the plan, guys.
First of all, in the name of all the staff of Mr. Because UK, including myself, Giuseppe, Gloria, and everyone, all the contestants, I mean, it's been a long ride. It has not been easy, but thanks God we're here. And Yasmin, thank you, you know. Let me tell you something. She was in Ivory Coast and she rang me. Stefan, should I go to Arafat's house? I said, listen, good idea. Listen, I've been working the whole day. I'm tired. I didn't even think about it. It shows how much she cares about this pageant. You know, she's been up there, waking up every single time, thinking how to do well for this pageant, and we can only reward her with this. So, in the name of Mr. Ivory Coast UK, Yasmin, our first ever Miss Ivory Coast UK, we'll give you this.
Thank you.
I'll hold it, open it, how you want it.
Okay. I can't. I don't have yours. Oh, there's something.
you don't have any pressure.
Oh my god! Hello guys! Oh, thank you.
So every time you look at it, remember that you're the first ever Miss
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I like it. I actually
got to get a picture. That's yours.
Body too correct. Oh no no no, Eddie man don't forget. Money go befu, oh collect, oh wale, oh one neck. Pakam, body too correct. Say she love me, and you love it. Sensima, why they for Benzema? Why you want $1? Sensima, this kind dance you the dance. I'm doing the singing, you doing the dance. Oh,
actually, we put that on the roof. I will. I definitely will.